Hi everyone, I'm Helen Sword and this is Helen's Word. For our writing warm-up today, we're going to talk about writing and posture. You can do this exercise on your own or better yet, in conversation with a friend or a colleague. So grab a notebook and a pen or fire up your keyboard and let's do some writing. So today I'm standing at my standing desk, or what I sometimes call my dancing desk, because when no one else is home, I like to crank up the music sometimes and move with the music. Looks a bit silly, but it's great for my back and shoulders, keeps everything from freezing up. Now, I found it only works with some kinds of writing. If I'm doing email or fiddling with a spreadsheet or something like that, I tend to lock up and not move so much. But it's great for generative writing. Somehow the movement of my body seems to help the movement of my brain as well, as new ideas come into my head, flow out onto the page. So you can see my snazzy little setup here with the stand and the keyboard, all very portable. And it means that I can put the screen up so it's at a good ergonomic height, so I don't have to bend down like this, which is terrible for the neck. So for our reflective exercise today, I'd like you to do a bit of thinking about your postures, the different postures in which you write. And there may be quite a few different ones, especially if you include things like texting or writing a note by the phone or marking papers or something that you might do by hand. So I'd like you to write a list of all the different postures and positions you can think of that you've been in, let's say over the last few months, in which you've done some writing. You can do this in a notebook or on a computer. I prefer the notebook myself, but either way, be sure to leave a bit of space between each item because we're going to fill in some other things then. Right, welcome back. So now you should have either a very short list, indicating that you don't actually vary in posture much at all with your writing, which may be a problem, or you maybe have a very long list that will help you have realized how many different positions we get into sometimes when we're writing. Some of them okay for us, many of them not so good, particularly the ones that move our back forward like this, or anything that freezes us in the same spot for more than about 25 or 30 minutes, which is why none of the Pomodori, the timed writing sprints on this website, are longer than 25 minutes. You really need to get up and at least take a bit of a stretch after that time before you move back and become conscious of the position that you're in. Right, now that you've got your list, I'd like you to go back and spend a bit of time just writing a sentence or two under each of those items about how that position makes you feel. Is it a comfortable one? Is it one that you know isn't so good for you, but you like it because you're under a warm blanket? What are the pros and cons of each one? And you might even put a plus next to the ones that you think are really great. You should probably be doing more of that kind of writing. A minus next to the ones that you know are terrible for your back or your neck or whatever other part of you, your eyesight, maybe if you tend to write in dim light. And maybe just an equal sign next to any that seem fine. So again, you can do this wherever you did your list before, and then we'll come back and talk about the next step. Okay, welcome back. By now you should have a better idea of what postures work well for you, what don't, how much variety you have in your posture and maybe your settings around writing. And now it's time to do a bit of reflecting, evaluation, and making some plans or resolutions for maybe making a few changes, pushing your practice in some new directions. So you can continue writing, do some free writing maybe in your notebook or on your computer, or if you're talking to a friend or colleague, just have a bit of a conversation about it, but you might want to take some notes as well so that you remember what it is that you resolved to do. Or if you really want to put your money where your mouth is, so to speak, you could go for a walk or do a bit of stretching while you think about how you're going to adjust your posture and your writing practice. I'm going to move away from my writing desk now. I've been here for a while, so I'm going to pack everything away into this nice little carry case, which I can take with me to cafes or wherever I want to go, because it works really well sitting down as well. But I think it's time now for me to take a bit of a break. And so I'm going to go and think a little bit about maybe how I can work a little more stretching kind of writing and a few more writing breaks into my writing sessions. So good luck with that. Please leave your feedback, your comments. Let us know how it went for you, whether you have any great ideas to share with others in the comment section down below. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't already. Tell your friends and colleagues. Come back and do some writing sprints to get some more writing out on the page. So that's it from me. Go do some writing.